Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. As the recording of this, it is Thursday, August 17th, 2023. Daphne is here as well.
Hello.
Again, with some Phil's coffee, right here.
Cheers.
I went with something called a Jacob's Wonder Bar. You went with?
I got their gingerbread one. Oh no, it sounded like Christmas, so it sounded good, but it's iced. It's really good. I like this one a little bit more.
Does it taste good? Tastes
Yeah.
like gingerbread?
Yeah, it's really good. I think I like this one more than the mojito mint one.
We've had Phil's for 2 or 3 days in a row now.
Yeah.
It's like deja vu all over again when it comes to coffee.
Yeah.
We are going to go to quite a few places today. Palace of Fine Arts.
Yeah.
One of your favorite spots, left over from the World's Fair.
Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty.
Also, Walt Disney Family Museum, the Presidio. Is that going to be the district we're going to, the Presidio?
Yeah, Presidio area.
That whole section. Possibly see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
Which we are on the corner of Golden Gate Street and Van Ness. Or Van Ness?
Van Ness.
Van Ness. All right, let's get going. We got to catch the bus. Gonna catch, they're called the Muni? It's called?
Well, this bus, we're catching the 150 to go all the way up.
The 150 with the Clipper cards that we have. We're gonna get going. I'm inviting you to join me and Daphne.
Shall you?
Taking the bus. I think we're looking for the 150. We're looking for the 150?
The 150.
The 150.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. There is no one in this car. Look at this. No one in that car. No one is driving that car. Also, the bus never showed up. Or we got confused on where we're going, so I just ordered an Uber. Wait, that's the what? 130 or 150?
150.
That was the 130. It's going the other way.
No, it doesn't.
It does exist. We'll figure it out eventually. There is a complete stack of pallets on top of that vehicle. Also, there goes the 150. That was our bus. Dang it. It does exist. That's one way to stack pallets on a truck, right on the roof of where the driver sits. I've never seen that before. At least we know the 150 does exist. We got impatient,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
went to the other side of the road, got out of the sun, and we'll get to Palace and then we'll figure out public transit after that. But we'll be all right.
Yeah, because just on like the sign where it has the bus numbers for Muni, it said 150 on my phone and I was like, okay, and then it just, yeah, but it does exist.
Thank you. We've arrived at the Palace of Fine Arts. Quite an impressive structure. Just amazing how big this is. We're gonna walk through it just to kind of give the concept of the size of it. A famous photo of Janis Joplin on her car. There's this in the background. The seagull flying around. Both of us in here. And the palace behind us.
Yeah.
It'd be also awesome to live in this neighborhood. There's like houses all around.
Yeah, it's a really nice neighborhood.
What a perfect day too, weather-wise. It's a little sunny, but it's nice and cool. Nice little breeze going. And if you've ever been to Disney's California Adventure, the Little Mermaid attraction is inside a building that is a recreation of the Palace of Fine Arts. Right there as you're going into the pier area and all that. There's a lot of San Francisco nods at DCA as well. Originally that ride did not open as the Little Mermaid. It was a show. I believe Whoopi Goldberg was the host, and then they converted it into the Little Mermaid a little bit later. But it looks just like this. It's a recreation of this. You want to go in?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
This is like one of your favorite spots.
It's my favorite spot in the whole city.
It's your
so
favorite
pretty.
spot. You can see why. It's amazing.
It's so cool.
One thing I've noticed over the last series of days being here is just the continual fog. So you got the clouds going by, and it always moves by at a very quick pace. It almost resembles a time lapse, even though it's in real time. It's just moving very, very quickly. The fog rolling in. Usually in the evening time is when it really starts to roll in here. You can just see how tall it is. You see everybody walking around down here, and then magnify that by the height of this. Incredible. Just a spectacular structure. Incredible. Like a little echo spot here too. Reconstructed back in the 60s, builder of the reconstruction as well. And this is, as it should be, on the National Register of Historic Places. The temperature drops about 20 degrees when you walk underneath into the shade. It gets a lot colder underneath here.
Yeah, I'm glad I brought a jacket. Today is definitely a lot colder.
Yeah, the sun is a lot warmer. You get underneath here. It's
yeah.
chilly. Just all the carvings, the little sculptures way up there. It's cherubs almost. It's angels. This spot a couple years ago, we got a photo. Oh, you're taller than I am now.
Tall.
You're up on there. Took a photo right here. We got another one. You gotta send me the one you just took.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Palace of Fine Arts. 2023. Yeah, just those carvings themselves are probably like 20 feet tall. Just guessing. Alright, we're now going to take a little walk, about a mile walk, over to the Walt Disney Museum. Family Museum, this way. This whole area, this whole district, it's an old base. In fact, I believe the Family Museum is in an old base building from the old days up here at the top of the hill. There's no one in that car. It's a ghost car. Speaking of Carl, fog, which is the name of the fog here in the Bay Area, it's kind of engulfed. Look at that. You can barely see it over there. The Golden Gate is the Foggy Gate.
You know, you can't even tell that it would go up so high in the air.
Yeah. We walked across that a couple of years ago. It was really foggy that day too. Oh, this is kind of neat. It's like a general layout here. You got Fort Point down there, which you can see. And then you got the 101 freeway. And then you got all of the Presidio. Right across this little patch of land, second building, right over there is the museum. Just got to go along this walkway that has a fish, a coyote, a panther, some flowers, a bear, a live dog. That was an unintentional segue of sorts because the Walt Disney Family Museum is also doing a secondary exhibit called Cats and Dogs, which is going to be featuring some of the cats and dogs from some of their films and throughout their history. This is kind of interesting. There is a old fire truck tour that you can go around San Francisco. I have never seen a tour, a city tour in a fire truck before. Here's another area over here. Kind of shows the general layout of the land. We're going to go in the museum, but I just got sidetracked for a moment. That is the "You Are Here" endpoint. All right, we are inside now. It was $30 per person for the regular Walt exhibit and then also for the additional dogs and cats. So this is an old Bambi poster here from the RKO radio film days, 1942. And they have Walt's Disneyland apartment above the firehouse set up in here. Take a look at that. That's awesome. And this states that these are the original furnishings, including that lamp. And here's the key to the city of San Francisco right there. And starting off with Marceline, which is where the hometown museum is. I was just in Marceline like a couple months ago, and now I'm at the other museum in San Francisco. There's the train station where the museum in Marceline is. And here's Walt with the ambulance he drove in France in 1918. They have the actual ambulance. Wow. And then over in Kansas City, about an hour and a half, 2 hours from not Laugh-O-Gram, but from Marceline, is the old Laugh-O-Gram Studios. This is what it looked like circa 1922. This building is in a little bit of disarray, and hopefully one day will be repaired and fixed up and brought back to its glory. There's also a camera over here. This is a still from Laugh-O-Gram on location, filming Martha back in 1923, using a camera just like that. And this is the same style of camera. They did not use this one, but this is the same year and everything they use in the Laugh-O-Gram days. Going into this elevator that has the curtain right here. We're gonna almost go through time. Hit the number 2. We're gonna go up with this little quiz. This is pretty neat. Animating Steamboat Willie. There's Ub Iwerks right there in about 1929. They got this whole display of all the different, they highlight them up here. Shows everything going through the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which predated Mickey. And then, of course, the birth of Mickey Mouse and Steamboat Willie right up there. A lot of Mickey stuff. A lot of old Mickey items through here. Here's a set of Walt skis that were made in Switzerland. There's a photo of Mr. Disney right there with those same skis right there. Look at his face. Looks like he doesn't want to brave the slopes. Here's a layout of Walt's era of Los Angeles. So you got Universal up there, and then of course down here you got the Tam O'Shanter, which is still open to this day, where he'd have meetings and stuff with some of the 9 Old Men. And the premiere at Carthay Circle, the real Carthay Circle, which has been recreated at DCA, and then also at Hollywood Studios, or Disney Studios in Burbank. And here's a photo of him just taking a little stroll out on the lot. Back in 1957, there's Walt with artist Salvador Dali, right there. Just genius technology back then with the multi-plane camera. So this is one of those multi-planes there in the gift shop. You can kind of look down to see how they did those 3D-esque type effects where it would kind of zoom in. It wasn't 3D, but it kind of gave that zoom-in quality. And this is showing some of the stuff from the strike back in the day, which kind of mirrors what's going on today with the entertainment industry in LA. So you got them striking, the Disney strike was going, Disney Studio strike, which got rectified. Getting into the area of Wind of the Willows and Mr. Toad. Now from here you can kind of see out over the bay, Walt and the Natural. This is one of the original benches from Griffith Park from Walt's carousel, where Walt would sit in the same spot and watch his daughters on the carousel, which some say gave him the idea to create Disneyland. This is from Griffith Park. There's also one at Disneyland on Main Street next to the little area going into Great Moments of Mr. Lincoln. Oh, this room is so awesome. They have a miniature version of Disneyland right down there, a model. One thing Walt always loved is train, showing the Carrollwood Barn, his LA home, and what it looked like then with the train route and everything. A lot of the original route and some of the layout is over in Griffith Park now at the Life Steamers area where they have Walt's Barn now. Also right up here, it looks like they have the original version of what would eventually become Disneyland in Anaheim, located up in Burbank, Mickey Mouse Park, right where the freeway goes through it now too, right on the side of the Disney Studios. There's how it was going to look. Originally moved down to Orange County and not up in LA. And this glass sphere is the original model of Fantasyland Castle, designed for Walt by Marvin Davis back in 1953. Got the old classic Disneyland signs and an Autopia vehicle here. Start looking this way from Main Street, USA. Walking in the front section there. So you walk in right here next to the Mickey-topia area. Got the Haunted Mansion down there with the Hitchhiking Ghost, Pirates, Jungle Cruise. Over there, Space Mountain. You got Matterhorn off in the distance. Small World way over there. You got Dumbo flying around, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. You can even see the rockets going on over there. You got the monorail off in the distance. Like, everything is moving. Dumbo's moving, carousel's moving, teacups are moving. Everything is moving. Yeah, there's the firehouse down there. And then over here you got the tiki room on the back side, right over there. Then you got the entrance to a ferry boat, a riverboat, the Mark Twain. Of course, that was back when Dumbo was in a different spot. The teacups were in a little bit different spot now. In fact, the pirate ship was still in existence back then. We have a miniature Disneyland behind us. It's all back there. Disneyland. And this is getting into the era of the ticket booths, the A, B, C, D, E. Of course, the E tickets were like a big attraction. The 1960 Olympic torch was designed by Disney artist John Hench, and they have that in here as well. Squaw Valley, California, 1960. Winter Olympics. And of course got Mary Poppins featured and the 64-65 World's Fair. And I am pretty grateful earlier this year I was able to go to where the World's Fair happened in New York. And let me tell you, this big this big sphere right here is a lot larger than you would think by looking at it on the front of the magazine. A lot bigger. Now getting into some great moments of Mr. Lincoln stuff here. You got his torso, you got the mold of his head right here. All from the World's Fair. And something I'm very fond of, the Florida Project, which eventually became Walt Disney World and of course Epcot Center. And here are a few of his items, including his Carolwood address, Mr. Walt Disney right there, his glasses and a little camera, some of his soap, and there's a photo of him right up there. This photo from July of 1966 was when Walt went to Vancouver, probably one of the last photos taken of him while he was still alive. And the very last room in here is, kind of ends with the end of Walt's life, pretty sad little ending. And this just shows all the different publications that gave little nods to Walt. There's Mickey consoling Minnie, and there's the world crying. All right, got done inside there. Now we're gonna head around the back to the Cats and Dogs exhibit. Yeah, this is way around the back. Not the backside of water, the backside of the Family Museum. And you know we're going the right way because there are dogs and cat stickers along the ground. It's probably going up to that building. Over at building 122. Ever been in this building before? Special exhibit. That's stated right there on the door. To the Diane Disney Miller exhibition. Alright, here we go. Walt and his dogs. Oh, that's kind of neat. There's just like a bunch of photos of him with all his little pups. Pluto made his first appearance in 1930 in the Chain Gang. Pluto had a love interest with Minnie Mouse's dog, Fifi. In 1988, Oliver and Company came out, which included the very first Disney song written by Howard Ashman and went on to create many, many more, like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, just classic songs. The very first one was sung by Huey and Lewis called Once Upon a Time in New York City. And of course you got Aristocats over here. We're about to take the exhibit, continuing it upstairs. Of course Lady and the Tramp, a lot of Lady and the Tramp stuff there as well. But there are 2 floors to this exhibit as well. Of course 101 Dalmatians. Rescue Dog, Simple Things, Food for Feuding, Chip and Dale there. And of course, who could forget Lucifer from Cinderella. And one of my personal favorites, the Cheshire Cat from Alice. Well, this must have been an original idea or maybe an artistic rendering of what the Cheshire Cat was going to look like right here. It was almost as tall as Alice. Oh look, there's the Cheshire right there in that cave. And Cheshire Chicken trying to point us that way. You got Nana from Peter Pan as well. This is pretty good. They have Footstool from Beauty and the Beast, one of my favorite ones, and then also Little Mermaid, Max. I remember Prince Eric in Little Mermaid, the original animated, he goes, "Hey, Mutt, come here, Mutt." Walking over to Lucasfilm now, to the Yoda fountain, which I have never seen with my own eyes. I've seen photos, but I've never seen it in real life. About a half a mile from the Walt Disney Museum. I'm not sure if George is going to be around today, but might bump into another familiar face. Lucasfilm and ILM is also on this property, as well as Master Yoda over here in the fountain. Now, this is something I've always wanted to see, but never made the complete pilgrimage to see it until now. The world famous Yoda fountain. Right here at Lucasfilm. That's great. That's not Grogu. That's the original Yoda. Pretty lifelike. I am not afraid.
You will be. You will be.
We are at one with the Force. We're at one with the Force. We're at one. Now, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to get inside of here, but check out the little coffee stand in the offices. Jabba the Hutt. It's through the window. Now, online it shows that there is a gift shop that's open till 7, and I'm assuming that this is in here. Just peeking in the window, looks like there's quite a few items inside as well. All right, no video was allowed inside, but they said I could take some photos. So here's the photos of the lobby in there. They got the Dracula there, the little R2. They also some King Kong remnants there. The guy creating King Kong there on top of and some little stickers for anyone that wants to take a little Star Wars sticker. Didn't realize that the new Disney Plus show comes out at the end of August. And then you got R2 there as well, another R2. And then even on the bookshelf, there's like a lot of little paraphernalia as well. Kind of neat in there. There's just a lot of items up on the shelves. Of course, Vader. Can't forget Vader there. Not the backside of water. Well, it is the backside of water. There's also the backside of Yoda. Lucasfilm, you will. I am filming. I think George's are out now. Lucas, no film you will. Just photos you will. Inside there. And down at the bottom of this incline is another little sculpture here. You can see the Palace of Fine Arts off in the distance. Get up closer so I can figure out who this is. It is Edward James Muybridge, the father of cinema. This kind of looks like one of those type of items that spins around so quickly that it looks as if rapidly it is moving. So you got the guy on the Pony Express there, which would probably what this gentleman here would have been known for. We are here. There's the palace and the layout of the Presidio. Now I believe, see something?
Oh, this is a shot from 1969. I was trying to figure out what year.
Yeah, so this building's not here anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look across at the palace, you get a little bit better view.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But I think there's another sculpture down here in these little shrubs area here. See if I can find it. Or no, you know what? It's over there. There he is. Got the television down below. Philo T. Farnsworth, the inventor of the television, passed away in '71. Right there, we have him to thank for TV. A smaller little set there. It's funny that this television is about the same size as a cell phone nowadays. It's almost like carrying you could carry that in your pocket, just a screen right there.
Where's the rest of the game? They're coming.
He's looking very confused at this little light bulb cylinder piece here. Probably had no idea how much time people were going to waste watching his invention. We are now going to walk about 1/4 mile up to the top of the hill. You said that's called Millionaire's Row up there?
Yeah.
There's a scene from The Princess Diaries. Well, yeah, one scene right up here where the school is up at the top up here. So we're gonna go by there and check that out. About a quarter of a mile from the Presidio. This is it. In fact, it's a house. It's a residential place. It is not, in fact, a place of learning. Used very prominently in the film, where they were all up along the ledges there. This is probably used at least like a half a dozen times in the movie. And it has the same name, Lion Street. They utilize that name now. Now we know why.
Yep.
How many times do you think you've seen that film?
Oh my gosh, a bajillion.
Bajillion? That's a lot.
Lana got combed here.
Lana got combed. Yeah, they walk up this side here.
Julie Andrews puts the microphone in the guy's pocket.
Right here.
Yeah.
Wasn't like Mandy Moore like sitting along there?
Up there.
Or up there, okay.
Yeah.
I could see how they would have used it for that, because it doesn't really look like a house. It does look like something else. It's just very ornate. Right here along the sidewalk, you can climb up those stairs. In fact, we walked up there a couple of years ago to get a scene from The Room, which is way up there. Very, very steep up top. But it's just right here along the sidewalk. Pretty dang cool. Just one block down on the corner of Baker and Green. This intersection was used quite a bit. She was telling the secret. In fact, this staircase they walk up and down quite a few times, and you could see that building off in the distance. The tree's kind of overgrown, but this is the spot. There's the secret tree right there. That's the secret tree. She was obscured. I mean, it's definitely way more grown over. You definitely see that building. You see that fire hydrant. You see the little security camera. You see all that. And you definitely see that staircase right there many times. It's really tough to get these inclines here. Probably doesn't show up much on camera, but this is quite the incline to drop down. You see the palace over there too, Palace of Fine Arts. All right, we're gonna take a bus. We're gonna go back downtown, get some sushi. The whole bus to ourselves from this point. The bus definitely filled up. We were not the only ones on the bus. We're now walking over to a place called Sushi Rito, which is a sushi place that's wrapped in a burrito. Hence the name Sushi Rito. It's the combination, the best of both worlds. I don't think I've ever had a sushi burrito before.
I'm so excited to bring you.
Right over here next to this tuxedo place is Sushi Rito. Here on Kearney Street. A fresh way to roll. Sushi Rito. Bag full of items. I also got some box water. They say box water is better. I don't know what clarification they say, but yeah. Some box water. I like bottled water. Box water is better though, so according to this milk box. Well, it's not milk, it's water. So a little secret eating area over here. Pigeons down here. A little trim on that building. It's like this awning. It's no longer there. It's the secret eating spot down here. It's like an indoor mall of some sort.
Yeah, the Crocker. That's an indoor.
The Crocker.
mall.
Oh, look at these. Those are cool. The Crocker Galleria. Nice. Secret tables.
These have life-size chests in here. Really?
A life-size chess set? This is cool. So we ordered the same thing. We both got the sumo roll from Sushi Rito. We got the dipping sauce. And then we also got shrimp tempura here. A couple slices of shrimp tempura. You got organic black tea. I got the box water because it is better. And then the sumo roll. If I can pop it open. I'll let you pop yours open. There it is. It's all wrapped up. The sushi roll. I guess I should probably unwrap it before we talk about it.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
There you go. Very nice. You know what's in there?
Crab and shrimp tempura and all the good sauce and veggies.
I'm excited to try this. Should I eat it with this sauce or just without the sauce? We didn't get any soy sauce or...
The sauce is for like at the tables there they have it. You don't usually need it.
You don't need the sauce. That's good. It's weird eating with your hands. If you did it with chopsticks, it would be the world's largest pair of chopsticks.
Oh my god.
That's different.
Okay.
Nice little eating spot here at the Crocker Galleria. Very empty. Not a lot of people in there. The temperature is definitely dropping. It's getting very windy. Very windy. And there's a cow with a crown on. And that's gonna do it for today. It's windy. There's the California state flag. Tossing around in the breeze there. Gusty wind. The sun will be setting soon and the temperature has definitely dropped. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.